Well, welcome to the West Ham. Oi, oi! Week 1 on Friday. Beat Fulham 3-1. It's siesta time. It's party time. Obviously, the holiday in Spain worked well. That's great for us. What? Yeah, it's a pizza. Yeah. Oh, Spain. Not Italy. Ah. All right then. Right. Quick change. There we go. Right, so that's better. So, yes, this is your Oi Oi show where I take a light-hearted look at the West Ham world and what a marvellous week it's been. That's right. That's right. Yes, the boys went on holiday, got some sun on their fair skin. Some of them, tossed their hats off. That's it, donned the shades and put a bit of Ambre Solaire. This show is sponsored by Hawaiian Tropic. And so they went over there and apparently they had a really good training camp. Well, I should Coco too. Anyway, so they came back and let's face it, for the first 15-20 minutes, we all thought they were still on holiday. Fulham kind of bossed us a little bit. They took the lead. They could have had a second. But we came back into it and played really well. And I thought overall, each man did their job, played well. Hernandez got a goal. A bit of a fluky, just got his head on it. I'm not sure if that's a poacher's goal or whatever. Anyway, he scored. That's all that matters. Diop got another, on his head, and then actually, Antonio scored with his head as well. So that's 3 headers. There we go. That's a bit unheard of. Anyway, there you go. Look. We played well. I thought we still had some vulnerabilities in defence. But at the same time we saved or intercepted quite a few chances from Fulham as well. So we actually did really well on that regard. But overall, great result, an improving performance. I'm sure you'll agree, but still a lot to be thankful for. A lot to be thankful that we weren't playing a better team. But do you know what? Hats off to Fulham. They did try in certain, the first 15-20 minutes they came at us, and if they kept that up, I think we would have been under serious pressure for the whole game. Now I've got to say, in the second half, I thought we were a little bit fortunate at times to keep them at bay. Now, possibly I'm being a little bit harsh, I know that, and this isn't a grumble show, but I thought, do you know what? This could get a bit tough there, and I thought it was going to turn into a bit of a, roughy-tufty game, and I thought it was, they were going to come at us a little bit more, and I thought, there's a bit of last-ditch defending, but overall, I thought we did really well. Oh look, that says bullet. But just like blades of glory, we came back and we put on a stellar performance in the end. And in the end, we were worthy winners, and Fulham kind of fell by the wayside. But, they were dangerous. I've got to say, Mitrovic, for me, is a target in the summer. I think if we're losing our strike force, basically, depends who you speak to. Some are adamant that Arnautovic is staying. Others are saying no, he's definitely going. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Arnautovic is staying in the summer? I personally think he's off. Or he's going to be trying to get somewhere else. And others will say, no, he's got his money, he's done his deal, he's played his cards, he's definitely staying now. He's kind of burnt his bridges with a lot of other, teams. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's been a bit of a fiasco. I think he's got a long way to go before he kind of wins us back a little bit. But I think, he did all right, actually, in all fairness to him when he came on. So, but, I think Hernandez is definitely, I think Carroll... Yeah, I think he'll go, and Perez will go. So we need others up front. Antonio's great up there right now, but we can't rely on him. We need additions, especially if Arnautovic does leave, or even if he stays, we need support. So we need extra players, and I think we need a combination of guile and strength. And what I like about Mitrovic, and I'll get to the point, obviously, because I'm rambling. Mitrovic is that kind of player he isn't that mobile, but he will get into places and he will snafu, little half chances as well. But he's really strong. He's an ox, that boy. He's strong. He can hold the ball up well, and he was actually playing in his teammates really well in that game. So I thought, he did really well. So maybe a target for us, not as the #1 striker, but certainly as a squad striker. I think it'd be really good, especially if Fulham go down. You know what I mean? Bit of business there. bit of H business, you know what I mean? Now, what I will say about us, we are still vulnerable. It's almost like we need to put on, you know, the pads, and we need to put on the helmets and all that kind of stuff, and go American football style, and you know, have a bit of that. You know what I mean? Bit of that. We need a bit of resilience in the tougher games. I think, you know, we're showing it. We're starting to show it. We need our consistency. That's what we need. Consistency. If I said it really, really slowly, do you think people will understand me? Consistency. That's right, consistency. Yes, that's what we need, consistency. But we need a bit of a backbone. Now, I was speaking to a couple of fans at the game, and they were agreeing with me that, you know, we do have a Pellegrini way of doing things. He is building in this 3-year project, but he just doesn't have the players to do it right now. So we kind of need to toughen up a little bit. We need to go a bit of OG on some of our opposition. You know, we can't respect them too much, but we need that, you know, we need to obviously step up our game, which we are doing against the bigger teams or the more successful teams. And then we need to not underestimate those sort of teams in and around us. And we need to pick up more points. You know, we are starting to do it, don't get me wrong, but we need a little bit more of it. You know, so this is where Pellegrini needs to don the glasses and go mafia style. So this is what the pizza hat was all about. Really, that's right. We need to go mafia style on a lot of our opposition now. No more second chances. No more, you know, doing them favours. We're going to make an offer they can't refuse. Come to the London Stadium and you lose. End of. That's it. You're going down in the second half. That's it. Right. Anyway, so look, we've got a few games to go to the end of the season. Can we get to 7th place? Can we get to Nirvana? Can we get to Europe? I think it's a bit of a stretch, to be quite honest with you, especially as the likes of Watford and Wolves are going great guns. So I think it's going to be between them two, really. But I think we've got a good chance if we keep on putting in performances and getting results like we did on Friday night, which I think is really important. Kudos to the players. They really are starting to step up now, and collectively they're starting to step up. I think you know, we're getting the players back from injury if we can. If the rumours are true that Yarmolenko might be back before the end of the season, you know, the last 2 or 3 games as well, that, you know, that'll give us a little bit more strength in depth. And if we can play this, or if Pellegrini can play this squad game and just have players that can come in who are as good or just as good, or if not better, and so, you know, swap in Lanzini and Anderson, you know, swap in Snodgrass and Yarmolenko, you know, so on and so forth. If we can have these players come in and go, I think we're going to be forced to be reckoned with, you know, towards the end of the season. We can come up to the table and, you know, start again for next season. But, you know, there's a lot of games to be played before May. There's a lot of time before next season. So all's looking good, all's looking well for now. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this audio. Let me know what you think. Let me put some comments down there. If you want to tell me to shut up, then, but you know, let me know what you think. Do you think that we need to toughen up a little bit more? Do we need more of a spine? Do we need to go, you know, get in amongst them a little bit? You know, we can play the football, but can we get in a dogfight? That's what this is about. You know, can we, you know, square up to any other team and say, come on, let's go for it? I'm not so sure. I think we're getting better as a footballing team, definitely. We're possibly getting more consistent as a footballing team, but I think we're still vulnerable, you know, in defence. I think we're still weak in the final third, you know, and taking shots, opportunity shots, you know, that kind of thing. So I think there's a lot of work to be done, but I think we can do it. I think we as a club are moving in the right direction, finally. And I think a lot of that has got to do with Pellegrini. A lot of that has got to do with his acquisitions all so far. I think, you know, get this season done and dusted. And I think if all goes well and they play their cards right, next season could be a cracker for us. But let's hope we get good cup runs as well next season as well. Because let's face it, that's what we all want as well. Anyway, Catch you on the next West Ham. Please subscribe, hit the notifications bell, leave loads of comments, and give it a thumbs up. And I'll catch you on the next video, whenever that is. But if I don't see you on a video, I might see you in person at the games or the supporters club at Style Space. Come and check us out, or check them out at the supporters club, and we might be hanging around there drinking and having a good time and making videos and interviewing fans and all that sort of stuff. Right, catch you then. Cheers.